So we are starting new question. In this question they are asking you to prepare the database for the ABC Limited, and you are required to prepare the table. These tables, first table name is account type, the other one is account. The other one is accounts, then voucher, employee, and you are required to create the database, and the file name should be the financial accounting. You are required to create tables, relationship, queries, forms and report. But in this video we will discuss till the CFO. In this they are asking you to create the database and named it as the financial account. So in this case we can change the name. New name is financial accounting, and with the help of this you can change the destination. So suppose I want to keep it desktop and then create in the last video also. Now this is the first table. So in this case we will study the table. So this is the first table which we are required to create. So in this table you can see that the table name is account type. Okay, we will go to the design view. We'll go to the view. Then we will go to the design view. You can write the name of the table in this case. So this is the table, and now the first we have in this case we can see that there are two fields which are given to us. One is category of the account, category ID you can say, other one is names, and then the first one is generally the primary key. So we can make it, how to make it primary key in this way. So earlier it was already primary key, so I have changed it. So now this is the primary key and the names. And you can see, before going in so much details, first of all I want to discuss about the question. In this you can see that they are asking you to create the financial account, and in financial account the table 1 is related to the account type. So in this case, category of the account they have given 1 2 3 4, means these value you are required to enter, and this will become the primary key. And in the names you will write expense, income, asset and liability, and you will use respectively. Then they have the account table in which they have given some codes, and then in names they have given some name and type also. You can see that in the category of the accounts and account type they have given the same numbers, means these are related numbers. So when you will prepare the account table, in that case you have to make sure that the values which we are having as a code should match also, because they are given in the sequence. 221020 is related to Jairam Brothers, 641001 is related to cash, 642001 is related to bank, and so on. And in case of type also you have to make sure, suppose if we are talking about the cash and bank, they are, what is the type of this, the type should be basically the asset. So what number we have given to the asset should be considered here. So if they are asset and we have given 3 number for the asset, then 3 should be written in the front of cash in bank when we are talking about the purchases. Then suppose we are talking about the rent. In that case, rent is an expense. So in front of rent, rent, the expense is, it is expense, then one should be there. If we are talking about the liabilities, Jairam Brothers is a liability, you will see in the question. Then the lab in front of liability or the Jairam Brothers, the 4 should be written. Then we have the voucher table. In voucher table, they have given some values, and you can see that in voucher table they have given the narrations also. So in narration they have given some entries, you have to pass the entry. So we know that whenever we are entering the value in the accounts, first of all we have to enter in the journal entry, in the form of the journal entry. But as we are not entering the directly journal entry in the excess, but we have to write which value or the which code are we debiting and which code are we crediting. So cash deposit into the bank is increasing, bank to cash is there, so our cash is reduced, so we will credit the cash and we will debit the bank as bank is increasing. So in this way, according to the normal journal entry principles, we have to enter the values and we have to make sure which value are we debiting. And while we are debiting, so we have to remember which account, which code we have entered here. So if we are talking about the cash in bank, so if we are debiting the bank, then the bank account number or a code should be entered into the debit. So accordingly you will manage. An amount of transaction is not given. This means you can enter any amount. Then in case of employee ID, it is also become a primary key and the first name is here and budget is here. So you can enter the values here, and here you're required to create the relationships and tables and all, which we have already discussed. So I'm not going in so much of details. Now we are starting the question. So we have already discussed that we have created this table account type and we have entered the number, and then if I'm cancelling it, it will ask me what do you want to save it. Yes, we want to save it. Then we want to create another table. Go to the create table design. Now for this we know that first of all we want the code, and in code you can see that we have the numbers. So we will select here number, and then we have the names. Then we will go to the names and you can select the short names or long names, but in names generally short names, we select short names. Then type. In type also we know that they have given the number, so we have to select the number here. So we have selected the number, so we don't have any other field in this. So 3 field name. Now again, do you want to save? Yes, we want to save it. Now what is the name? This is the name. Sorry, cancel it because we forget to create the primary key here. So we will go to this cell, right click, primary key, and then now I want to cancel. Yes, I want to save it. We want to save with the account's name, right? Save. Now we will move to the next table. Go to the create table design. Now in this table you can see we have voucher number 123 is written. This means we have to select the number. See, we are selecting the data type on the basis of the text which we want to enter in that particular field, or you can say column. So if we are making the voucher number column, we need the numbers in that. They have given you 1 2 3 4 and it should be the primary key. They have mentioned it. So on the basis of that we are doing. Again we have to create a primary key, so we are creating the primary key. Then date, we know that date. Okay, for date we need date or time format, so date है तो date के format में आएगा. Then we have debit. For debit, they have written code of the accounts debited. This means they are talking about the codes which they have given in the table 2, and we have already discussed that these codes are in numbers. You can see they are in numbers, so that's why we have used number in the data type. Then credit. Then here again, when we are crediting any number, any account, in that case the code is in number form. Then we have narrations. In case of narration, we know that in narration we write the text only, and it can be long text. Then we have the amount, and we know that amount will be in number, so we have selected it. Now we are checking, do we have any other number? Do we have any other entry which we require to pass? No. So we have select the primary key that is given to us. I'm cancelling it. Yes, we want to save. And what will be the name? This is the name of the third table. Now we have to create one more table. Create table design, and the name of the table is this, but we have to create it. Employee ID, and then right click primary, and then we have the text. See, when we are talking about the employee ID, it can be in number also, but generally it will be in number. Then FNA, then budget. In case of budget, we know that the value will be in numbers, and we are required to enter 3 field only, so we have entered it. So we have already created the primary key, and what will be the primary key they have already given to us, so cancel it. What will be the name? Employee. So these are the 4 tables which we are required to create. Now we are entering the value one by one. So these are the values which we have entered in the account type. So category ID 1, 2, 3, 4, it's already given, and for expense we have entered 1, income 2, asset 3, and liabilities 4. Okay, so we will close it. So now we will move to the next table. In next table we have again 4 columns, and you can see they have given the code to us 2221020, right? So this is for the first one, and for first one we have Jairam, then type, cash deposited into bank. I am assuming 4 lakh rupees they have submitted. So these are the information which we required. Then we are next. Suppose it is 2, and the second entry is done on the. See, in this case we have entered 4 entries which they have given to us. They are saying cash deposited. So when we are depositing cash into the bank, so our bank will increase. We have debited the bank and we have credited the cash. Then goods purchased on via check. Goods purchased via check, I can show you. Goods purchased via check, so means purchase to bank. So purchase account to bank, bank is reducing, crediting the bank. Then rent paid via check, so rent paid via check, rent account to bank, so we have credited the bank. And then we have goods purchased from Jairam, so in that case purchase account to Jairam, So purchase account to Jerem, purchase account is debited and then it is credited. We have entered the dates. The account which will be debited, we have written their codes. The account which will be credited, we have written their codes. We have written the narration which they have already given. Then amount of transaction you can write according to your wish. There is no problem related to that. We have created the third table also, that was very important. And then we will move to the employee table. In employee table you have to enter, and you can see that they have not mentioned the name of any employee. So this means you can enter the name according to your wish. So, and make sure that employee ID is a primary key. So in this case I'm entering, suppose 1001. Ajay, the budget is suppose 50,000, or you can enter any number, there is no issue. 102. One zero three. So suppose we have entered 3 employees, so save it. Was it save it? It is already saved. So we have created the tables. Now we are required to create the relationship. So in case of relationship, we have to go to the database tools. In that you will find the relationship. Click on that, and we have to add the tables one by one. We are entering the tables. So these are the tables. Close it. Now in this case we have to make sure which value will match with the other. So first of all we are talking about the account type and accounts. In this you can see the catalog ID is 123, and in type also we have entered the 123. The name is asset account, liability account, and there the name of the account Jairam, cash, bank, these all we have entered. But 123 and 123 is similar here. So what we can do, we can create the relationship. You will click on that, you will drag till type. So they have opened one. We have also discussed this in the last video. Create. So we have created the one. Then we are required to make the another. In this you can see we have codes. In the tables you can see that we have the codes, and those codes are written here in these tables. So in these tables we have the code. So you have to, not with the date, cancel it. We want to create the relationship between the code and the debit. Code and the debit. So we will follow the same system. So code and the voucher. Sorry, code and the debit. Then again we need to create one more table. See, these are the 3 relationship which we have already created, but you want to add one more table. You can see that how to add one more table, and you can see that code is related to the debit plus code is also related to the credit. So we have to add one more table, because with one table you can create one relationship. So we have to add one table. That table will be the account table. So we have entered the account table. Now this code will be related to the credit. So create. So these are the relationship which we have created. You can press Ctrl S, save it, and these are the relations which we were required. So in this case we know that these are related, debit, and we require just to create the query which is related to the sum of the debits and sum of the credits. So we can do that also. So after creating the relationship, what we can do, we can create the query. For that we have to go to the query design, create and query design, and we have to add the table. And in the question you can see that they're asking you the sum debits of each account. So every account means, suppose the bank account, what is the total of the bank account, what is the total of the cash account. So when they are debit, or so what is the total. So we can do that. So we can do with the help of the voucher table, add. So close it. So what we want here, debit, and what we other thing we want here is we want the amount. So this is the amount, and you will see that here we have summation sign, total sign. So when I'm adding on that, so one row is added here, group by means debit, and then what we want the sum. So we want the sum of the amounts which are debited, and then we will run the query. So when we are running the query, you can see that this query, the value which is debited, what is the sum total of that value, you can see that. And then we can save it, close it. They're asking, yes, we want to save it. Suppose we want to save it by the debit. So I have saved it by the debit. And then in a similar way, what I can do, I can run the query for the credit also. So go to the create query design, and then add the table which is required. So here we required the voucher table specially. So what field I required here is credit, because we want to create the credit, some of the credits, and some of the credit of the amounts. We want to total the amount which are credited. So in this case also, again you will see that we have the summation sign here. If I'm clicking here, the one row will be inserted here. In credit, we want to group it by the credit, and in amount we want to sum the amount, average, minimum, whatever value you want, you can take that, and accordingly you can run that. So after entering the values, if I have clicked on the run, then this is the next query, and these are the values which were credited and the total of these values. And if I'm cancelling it, do you want to save? Yes, I want to save, and I want to save it with the name of the credit. Now these are the credit. And in the similar way, we can create the reports and form also. So in case of reports and form also, we have the form wizard. So suppose I need the form, I want to create the form wizard. With the help of wizard means already set templates we can go according to that. So at your level, you are just required to create form with the wizards only. So in case of form, you have to select the table from which you want to do. In your question, they have written that they want the form from the employee table. So when I have selected the employee table, you will see that the entries, the fields which I have in the employee table, they are here. You can double click, or you can use this arrows to enter the value. Now next, whatever form you want, column, table, data sheet, or justified. Suppose I want in the column form. Next, so here I want with the employee form, and open the form to view or modify. The design I don't want to modify, and so I'm clicking on open the form to view or to enter the information, finish. So you can see that it is already showing the values which we have entered in the employee table in the form of the employee form. In a similar way, you can create the report. In report also we have wizard, so we are going to the create and report wizard. In this case also we will apply the same. We can select the table from which we want to create a report. So in the question they have asked you to create the report with the help of the employee table only. So you can double click it to enter the value, to select the value, or you can use these arrows. Suppose if any values which you don't want to enter, you can do in this way. And so these are the value which are required. Suppose here we have the 10 values, so you can decide which value you want to enter in the report, which you don't want to enter. Here we have 3 values, so we are taking all the values. In this way also we will follow the same steps. Next, as we have followed in case of the form, we will follow the same steps. Next, so this is the form. They are saying, do you want to any grouping or not? In case of reports, we have to go to the create, then report wizard. In this case also it's very simple. Enter all the values we have entered here also, then just click. Here we have the option of grouping also, which is not applicable in this case. That will be applicable in the last question which we have discussed related to the employee. So if I find some time, I will make separate video for this grouping option. Right now I'm not doing in details. Okay, you just click on next, and you will find the final name. You can save it with the employee report and then finish. So it will saved. So it is showing you that this is the report, these are the employees. So this is our question. Thank you for watching.